Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As always, I hope you're doing awesome wherever you are. As you can see here, I've got some white tape, and I'll explain why in just a second. Hey everyone, so on the screen right now, you're seeing some of the exercises which I did to warm up and that I did throughout this workout. I did some pull-ups using dip bars. I did some squat sits. I bounced up and down on my feet, shaking my arms to loosen out my body. And I also walked across some pull-up bars using just my hands and my arms. So this white tape, this is just tape that I bought from a pharmacy. It only cost about $1 for a pretty big roll. And what I will do from time to time is I will cover my mouth with such tape, which forces me to do nose or nasal only breathing during exercise. And if you've followed this channel for a while, you will know that I'm a big proponent of nose breathing, inhaling and exhaling with my nose. And I'll get back to the many benefits of that very soon and why you might want to consider doing it. So as you can see here, I've got the tape on my nose and I'm just doing some gentle boxer skipping. And because I have the tape on, I'm using just my nose. I'm trying to breathe in and out very gently. If you were standing next to me right now, you wouldn't even hear me breathing. I'm trying to breathe very gently using my nose, and I'm trying to breathe into my diaphragm, into my belly. And after warming up, I went into some intense double under sets. So what you're going to see here now is me performing just over 100 double unders in a row. And double unders, as you know, are quite an intense move, but I'm able to do them in fairly high reps using just nose breathing. So if you've never done nose breathing before and you go out and you maybe try to do some jump rope or run and you're trying to breathe just with your nose, you might find it quite difficult to do. I've been practicing nose breathing for many years, so I'm at the point where I can work out at a high intensity and yet only use my nose for breathing. And if I'm pushing the intensity extremely hard, I will use my nose to inhale as much as possible, and I will also use my mouth to exhale. So if the intensity gets really high, I will exhale with my mouth, but I will try to inhale using my nose. And once the intensity decreases, I'll try again to use my nose for inhaling and exhaling. So I've been a fan of boxing for many years, and I used to notice that boxers and commentators would point out when a boxer was starting to use his mouth for breathing as basically a sign that they were beginning to fatigue. So I saw that at a very young age. And later on, the very first time I sparred someone who was a very seasoned boxer, so he was taking it very easy on me. But even though I was fairly fit at the time, I noticed myself feeling extremely tired even during the first round of our sparring session. And my opponent, he wasn't even breathing, it seemed. Of course he was breathing, but he's breathing so gently that it almost seemed effortless to him. And we spoke afterwards, and he was breathing just using his nose. He was able to calm himself and keep a high level of fitness using just nose breathing. So I became really aware of possibly the benefits of nose breathing then. And then I started reading a lot into the subject and found out that there are tremendous benefits to nose breathing. I highly encourage you to check out the work of Irish writer Patrick McKeown. He wrote a book called The Oxygen Advantage. And if you check YouTube or if you Google him online, you'll find a lot of good resources. So nasal breathing is, I find, not only fantastic for fitness, but it's been one of the best things that I've done to improve my overall health and general sense of well-being. When I was younger, I often used to exhale and inhale using my mouth. And I remember as a kid sometimes experiencing kind of being dizzy, especially during exercise. And I later came to learn that that could be the result of improper breathing. So I highly encourage you to look into the work of Patrick McKeown, and you might also benefit from reading about the Buteyko Method, which is spelled Buteyko. So search Patrick McKeown, search the Buteyko Method, and perhaps the next time you do some gentle exercise, try to breathe only with your nose, not your mouth. And if you find yourself getting out of breath, you will likely want to breathe with your mouth. And while you may initially feel some relief from breathlessness by quickly breathing in air through your mouth, over time your performance and endurance will actually be adversely affected, because mouth breathing, it's been found to elevate heart rate and blood pressure, which can result in fatigue and even dizziness. And that's certainly what I experienced as a kid. And if you are exercising, let's say for example you're jumping rope and you're picking up the intensity, if you find yourself having to use your mouth to inhale, or even exhale for that matter, lower the exercise intensity to such a degree that you can go back to breathing with your nose. And with practice, over time, you'll be able to exercise at higher intensities and still breathe through your nose, which is a great sign that you are increasing your fitness and athletic potential. And notice here, when I'm jumping rope, I'm trying to use very efficient form. I'm staying nice and light on the toes and balls of my feet. I'm trying to spin the rope mostly using my wrists. I'm trying to keep my neck relaxed. A lot of people, they have a habit of tensing their neck when they're exercising, and this can easily result in high blood pressure. This is something I would have experienced too as a kid, maybe tensing my neck, holding my breath, inhaling with my mouth, and I found out that can easily lead to feelings of fatigue and dizziness, and just not a good sense of well-being. So what you're seeing now on the screen is me performing double unders in sets of 10. So I did 10 repetitions, and then I did the boxer skip for a little while just to recover before doing another set of 10. And I did this for 100 reps. And I did several sets of this. So today it was just a fantastic skipping workout. I did it using just nasal breathing, and afterwards I felt so good. When you exercise using just your nose, I find that it can have a real calming effect after the workout has ended, more so than if I didn't just do nasal breathing. Alright, so we're coming to the end of this video.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.